Now, one of the hottest new cars debuting here at the Malaysia Auto Show is actually this. This is the Aion Y Plus, which is a new B-segment all-electric vehicle which GAC promises is your new plus one. Say hello to the GAC Aion Y Plus. My name is AIMAN ABDULLAH. This is Malaysian Motoring. This is our coverage of the Malaysian Auto Show. Now, the GAC Aion Y Plus is again a B-segment EV. This car will compete ultimately with vehicles like the Chery Omoda E5 as well as slightly smaller things like the BYD Dolphin. Now, I mentioned those two cars because in terms of battery technology, this also uses an LFP battery, which is set up in what they call a magazine design, which looks very similar to BYD's Blade. Now, talking about the battery itself, it's a 63.2 kilowatt-hour lithium iron phosphate battery, which means that this car can do on the NEDC cycle about 490 kilometers between charges. AC charging is rated at 6.6 kilowatt, whereas DC charging, it goes up to 80 kilowatts, which means 30 to 80% takes about 35 to 40 minutes. Now, in terms of the power, the drivetrain is a front-wheel drive vehicle, which means you get 204 PS and 225 Newton meters of torque, which means 0 to 100 takes about 8.6 seconds. Now, it is worth noting that Aion is ultimately a sub-brand of GAC, which means it is also represented by Warisan Tan Chong. Now, I mention this because having a reliable dealer network is a big factor when it comes to buying a new car, particularly something from a new brand. And so this should provide some degree of peace of mind. Now, in addition to the fantastical features as well as the level 2 semi-autonomy that is available on the highest variant, of which there are two, it also means that all cars come as standard with an 8-year 160,000 kilometer warranty for the vehicle and an 8-year 200,000 kilometer warranty for the powertrain. This, I believe, is industry-leading for an EV here in Malaysia. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the GAC Aion Y Plus is available as two variants, the Premium and the Elite, with this being the Elite, the highest spec model, and so you get all the bells and whistles, and more importantly, it also comes with all the ADAS features. Yes, the Aion Y Plus, it can be available for slightly less without the ADAS functionality, which we think is a pretty interesting choice. Now, because we are incredibly tired, we're going to include a lot of B-roll of the interior, which we feel certainly looks nice and looks very upmarket. Speaking of the interior, there are 5 interior colorway options as well as a bevy of exterior color options, which means you have up to 35 different combinations, which GAC says makes the Aion Y Plus a customizable vehicle fit for you. Now, the GAC Aion Y Plus will be in showrooms beginning in June, and deliveries will also begin in June for Elite models, and Premium models will begin deliveries in July. Prices start at 119,800 ringgit for the Premium model and rise to 135,800 ringgit for the Elite. Let us know what you think about the GAC Aion Y Plus in the comment section below. Do you think that this is an interesting enough EV to sway you from something like a BYD Dolphin or even a Chery Omoda E5? We certainly think it looks good, and we look forward to being able to take this car out on test to tell you what it's like. But that concludes our coverage of the GAC Aion booth here at the Malaysia Auto Show. Stay tuned because we still have a lot more videos to come.